is our head coach, Jerry Porter, and student athletes Kai Chandler and Camille Dash. We will begin with an opening statement from Coach Porter and then take questions for the coach and student athletes. Coach Porter, the floor is yours.
Well, first of all, I want to say, congratulations to Lander on a tremendous season. They have an unbelievable team, and we had, clearly done battle with them twice during the season and had been unsuccessful. So we brought a great deal of respect for them into this game. With that being said, I'm just so proud of our kids, the resilience that they showed, their ability to just kind of lock into a game plan and stay focused on that for 40 minutes. We talked coming into this game about the fact that March is about making plays. It's about players making plays and doing the things that you need to do inside of games to get wins. And I thought our kids did a tremendous job of that today. So I'm just really proud and excited for them right now.
All right, now we're going to open the floor up for questions. Please state your name, your media outlet, and who your question is directed toward.
Jerry, Mark Hazelton in the morning news in Florence. You had told me about your defensive plan to kind of keep them above the free throw line. I know you didn't do that 100% of the time, but they shot 25 threes. Do you think it worked out pretty well, that plan? Did it work well for you guys?
I think it did, Mark, and I think that our mindset, after playing them twice, I think what we understood was that we cannot guard them one-on-one, that we had to play team defense, that we were going to have to give help, and we were going to have to be mindful of where the ball was at all times. Lander, I'm sure they had a bad shooting night tonight. They will hit more perimeter shots typically than they do. But we were banking on, just trying to force them to play 15 feet and out, and using that to get some of the stops that we hadn't been able to get in the first two games. And again, I just think our girls did a terrific job of understanding what we were trying to do and then stepping on the floor and doing it really well.
I know Marie still had 20 points, but you talked about especially trying to keep her away from the basket. What do you think?
You're not going to stop Bree Crum from scoring. I think that our goal was to make her looks as tough as possible. We wanted to make her have to work, for everything that she got. She did so much of just kind of attacking us off the bounce one-on-one and getting uncontested to the rim in our first two games. And so our goal, was not to shut her down. That's not going to be possible. But it was to make it tough for her to score. And so, the 20 that she got, that's what she does. She's a heck of a guard. And, we knew we weren't going to shut her down, but we just kind of wanted to make it a tough day for her.
Coach Chris Fergan, Sports Radio The Fan, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Chris.
You trailed for a grand total of 6 seconds today. Obviously, the game plan worked, I would think, but could you have scripted a better way to face Lander than you did today?
I guess not, when you look at the outcome. We know that on any given night, a lot of the shots they missed tonight, the perimeter shots, they might hit. We've seen games where they've done that. But we wanted to take the pain away, and we wanted to make those inside looks. I really think that for all of the things that they do well, they're a team that really, really works and does a great job on attacking the interior and getting to the rim. Bree Crum, Brashae Johnson, those kids do a great job of finishing at the rim. And so, our goal was just to try to, again, not to shut them down, but just to try to make those looks tough. And I think we were able to do that.
How important was your bench today? You outscored them off the bench 18-2.
Yeah. I thought that was huge, in all honesty. There were times in the game, and both teams were fatigued. Both teams played extremely hard, but there were times in the game that we actually talked about wanting to capitalize on the fact that they were clearly tired. And the fact that we had 2 or 3 people, Kai coming off the bench, Shanice coming off the bench, and then Kristen, who did a really nice job for us today, that we were able to get some quality minutes from people coming off the bench was huge for us, and being able to sustain the level of intensity that we needed to play with. I thought that was really big.
Camille, when you guys made that run the second half and, were able to get some distance there, you get like 3 really big shots that kind of gave you guys some breathing room. Just kind of looked like you were very determined that you weren't going to give up the ball in those situations. I'm just curious what your mindset was there.
Well, as a senior, I know I have to win or the career is over with. So I'm really just going hard. Like I understand that, and Coach, has been preaching to me all year. She needs leaders, and she needs me and Lasia to lead and whatnot. So I just took my time, and I saw the shots were open, so I took them, and thankfully they went in.
Kai, can you address the team rebounding concept? You guys out-rebounded them pretty handily today, and looked like you guys were really crushing the boards. Just, I mean, how... Did I catch you off guard?
No.
I know you're not a big rebounder.
Woo. Like you said, rebounds are extremely important, and the fact that we beat them on the boards made a huge difference in the game, not allowing them to get as many second chance shots as they normally do when we play. Us rebounding really made a big difference and really emphasized, like, this is our game, basically. We're going to do whatever we can to keep them off the boards, and we did.
Coach, you get Columbus State tomorrow, a team obviously out of the Peach Belt as well. Did you get to watch any of the game beforehand, and how did they look to you going into tomorrow?
We did. We came over. Actually, my assistant and I came over and watched the entire game, and the team got a chance to see a pretty good bit of the game, second and third quarter, before we got ready to go back to get ready for ours. Columbus is a team that, above all else, knows how to win. They're good. Their roles are very well defined. They're extremely well coached. Jonathan does a great job. And then, of course, you got Mitchell on the floor, who can take nothing and make something out of it. So, again, our work is cut out for us. But I do think that one advantage, and we said this coming into today's game, is that these are teams we know a little bit about. These are teams that we've seen before. So we feel like we've got a little bit of a frame of reference of what to expect going in. Now, we hadn't seen Columbus as recently as we've seen Lander. I think it's been December or maybe early January since we played them last. But we have seen them, and so we feel like we've got a pretty good blueprint for how we want to play and how we need to play. But at the end of the day, they are a team who's been nationally ranked all year. We've got, again, the utmost respect for them, like we do everybody in our league and everybody in this field. And so we know we're going to have to step on the floor and play really well again tomorrow to get another win.
Michael Hawkins from Francis Marion. Kai, if you'll take us through the last play there, and you blocked a shot, what were you guys looking for Lander to do?
Honestly, I think Bree Crum had the ball. I think she had the ball. I think we were looking, honestly, just to not let them get any easy shots. That's it. Do what you can. And when Bree Crum had the ball, we thought that, she was going to take the last shot, considering her game today, or they were going to look for Brashae Johnson on the post. And when they kicked it back out, Coach said, after you go help, you need to go back out and recover. Run them off the three-point line. The only thing that was going through my mind was to run and get my hands up. And when I did that, I hit the ball, so it felt really good.
Jerry, I know you can't say anything bad about the officials.
Would never do that, Mark.
Did you think that was a quick 5 seconds there?
I did. I thought it was quick, but again, we get so in the moment. I'm watching, our kids. I know what we just drew up and what we're looking for, and so I've got to trust that he had the count and he knew where he was at in the count. It just seemed really fast, but I'm sure it did in the Lander, so I guess that's okay.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Slow to them.
I got you.
Camille, let me ask you, we've talked a lot about the team's turnaround this year, where you've come from, where you are now. How satisfying is it to pick up a win in the NCAA tournament? Not just to get here, but now pick up a win.
It's great because, as a basketball player, we always, dream of getting into the NCAA tournament at, any level and whatnot. Because I grew up watching basketball. I'm a big UNC Tar Heel fan, so, watching them make those runs, I just kind of thought, I want to do that too. So, yeah, we got this big win today, and hopefully, we can continue to do that, continue doing that.
Any further questions? All right, if there's no further questions, this will conclude Francis Marion's press availability. Representatives from Lander will be available shortly. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.